And this time we have countries, school days, metallic names, sea stories, the Beatles, and the name game. This country is home to Heineken beer. Is it? I thought it was German. It's a Dutch beer, huh? Okay. Thanks for the save. The largest country entirely within the southern hemisphere. Has some part in the north then. Yeah, that will make sense at that point, Mike. You can do this to your hair, your head, and your horse's tail. Asian country in which Venetian blinds originated. Ah. They sold the U.S. the Virgin Islands in 1917. In this novel, which became a hit miniseries, a sailor, John Blackthorne, is shipwrecked in Japan. Like the United States, this country contains a range of Sierra Nevada mountains. Would it reach north to Canada? Ah. A bird's beak, or la cuenta, por favor. This one of the three R's begins with the letter W. This secondary school class is frequently referred to by its initials, PE. I mean, I had this in elementary too. Type of school named for the fact that they provide lodging for their students. General term referring to schools maintained by religious organizations. Glenn Ford starred as harried New York high school teacher in this film, which featured Rock Around the Clock. The Lone Ranger's horse. Hi-ho, silver away. Incidentally, metallic is spelled with another L. 60s band headed by Herb Alpert. Raymond Burr played this detective in the long-running TV series of the same name. The youngest Beatle. James Bond nemesis who attempted to rob Fort Knox. This folk singer, who wrote Goodnight Irene, was an ex-convict. Medical nickname of Cannery Rose, marine biologist. Fairly guessable. It's the death warrant the blind beggar gave Billy Bones in Treasure Island. The narrator of Moby Dick says to call him this. Mutinous officer played by Gable, Brando, and Gibson. Animated film which took the Beatles to Pepperland. In Lady Madonna, Friday night arrives without this. Beatles told Jude to do this with a sad song. He was the Beatles' original drummer. A small piece of wood off the old block or on the shoulder. Amazing. The burglar uses it to force open a window. Name that precedes Miller, College, and Blow. Good recovery. On to Double Jeopardy. We have U.S. presidents, foreign phrases, famous structures, flowers, TV, and solid Jackson. Not sure what that means, but we'll see that in just a minute, I think. Or maybe longer. It's the flower associated with Pasadena and New Year's Day. I want to see what that's about real quick, so let's go there. Diana Ross discovered this numerically named family singing group. So that's a comma, not a period. So it actually is solid Jackson. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. This president was criticized for trying to pack the Supreme Court. This tunnel through the Alps connects France and Italy. She's 151 feet from Sandals to Torch. His televised press conferences were called the best matinee in town. Old Hickory, he was the only president to publicly threaten to hang the vice president. He said, "If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen." Nobody knows their presidential slogans. This president also served as Chief Justice. In France, it's parapluie. In British slang, it's a brolly. This German word expresses the passion for traveling. In Italian, this means in a low voice or under one's breath. Should I have gone with music? Piano? Sottovoce. Florida's state flower. It is used as a symbol of good luck in bridal bouquets. I see nothing, I hear nothing, was his standard cop-out on Hogan's Heroes. The meaning of Tonto's kimosabe. I don't actually know the direct translation. Is it friend? Faithful friend. A Russian carriage drawn by 3 horses abreast. Renowned as India's loveliest building, it is actually a white marble tomb. This structure separating east and west was erected overnight in August of 1961. The only man-made structure visible from orbiting spacecraft. This has since been disproven, but at this time, that was said to be the source of opium. This flower's root is roasted as a coffee substitute. This weed is good for salads, wine, medicine, and another coffee substitute. Mary Richards worked for this TV station. I forget the letters. WKRP in Cincinnati? Oh, okay. Or are we talking about the Mary Tyler Moore Show? He asked children, "Won't you be my neighbor?" This astronaut won $25,000 on Name That Tune. This fictitious newspaper employed Lou Grant. Jackson is the capital and largest city of this southern state. Shoeless Joe Jackson was involved in this sport's greatest scandal. How Thomas Jonathan Jackson was known after his firm stand at Bull Run. Gospel singer who trained herself in Baptist choirs of Louisiana. All right. Famous lovers. Here we go. When he married Cleopatra in 36 BC, it was the third wedding for each of them. Cool. Thanks.